Without a doubt, the best example I've ever done in my life of lean is the lean airline ticket. So this is the story. I was flying on Delta Airlines. I looked at this ticket. I'm ADD, ADHD, D and F student. Can't do anything for the life of me. I look at this. This is utter confusion. I put it on my knee, take my iPhone out, take a picture of it, send it to my graphic design team, 24-year-old Graham, and I said, can you make me a lean airline ticket? In 15 minutes, he sends this back to me. What's the difference between the original one, Delta, a billion-dollar company, and FastCap, a company that does tens of millions of dollars with one graphic designer? We understand lean, we understand waste, and we understand visual controls. Everything's laid out in the sequential order that you need it with visualization. All the fonts are standardized. Look at the difference. Which ticket do you want? But it gets better. Because what 2-second lean is about making small incremental improvements indefinitely to every process, because everything's a process, whether you answer emails, whether you're getting on an airline, whether or not you're getting information for someone, whether or not you're making something in your factory. Everything's a process, including an airline ticket. Toyota comes to my factory. You heard me right. Toyota came here with top leaders to FastCap. I showed them the lean airline ticket. They said, you know what, Paul, that's really good, but you could improve it. I didn't get defensive. I said, how could it be improved? They said, add an arrow so it shows the direction of flight, removing all ambiguity. It said, add the arrival time. I said, genius, way to go. Add the date. Very good. We did it. 15 minutes, we did it. As Toyota was walking around touring our plant, I showed them the new version. They said, that's amazing. That'd mostly take everybody, a week to do. Not us. We do everything just in time. It gets better. That's a 2-second improvement. I go to Canada. I'm speaking in Canada. They say, you know what, Paul? The direction of the plane is incorrect. You have to invert that in your head when you're walking on the plane. Why don't you change the direction of the plane? I immediately made the change. Contacted graphic design. They made the change before I got off the stage. It was made. Updated in the presentation. I go to Germany. I'm speaking to Mercedes-Benz in Hungary. Massive, beautiful plant. Speaking to all their executive team. They say, Paul, we enter in the back of the plane in Europe. I said, genius. We should really have it in the back. Digitally, this is easy to do. So I immediately contacted my graphic designers while I was speaking in Hungary. I had updated. Mercedes looked at me and said that would have taken us 6 weeks to do that. The changes never end. I go to Australia. I'm speaking in Australia. They say, on the back of the ticket, why don't you use that real estate to show a map of every airport, showing exactly what gate you have to go to so you're not walking into a dark hole, not understanding where you really need to go. I said, genius. Immediately made the changes in Australia. I go to Indiana. I'm speaking in front of Indiana. They say, watch this. Indiana, one of the guys in the audience noticed that the scanning barcode was in the top right-hand corner. He said, put that same barcode on the backside. So when you go to scan at the airport, whether it's scanning from the top or the bottom, you intuitively know exactly where to line it up when you put it down on the screen. If it's scanning from the bottom, you know exactly where you need to line it up. So clever. Another 2-second improvement. It never ends. So where am I speaking next? In Kazakhstan, in front of 2,000 people. 2 guys raise their hand. They say, Paul, we see a change you can make. I wasn't afraid of the fact that 2,000 people were staring at me. I stopped immediately, asked them what I should improve. They said, put a time zone in. I said, no problem. Contacted graphic design on the stage with my iPhone, WhatsApp. Graphic design made the change, +3, indicating the time zone that you're going to. So you never have to extrapolate that, wonder, is it mountain time, is it standard time, is it Eastern time, Pacific time, what is it? Removing all ambiguity. This is the way lean thinkers work. I'm speaking just recently to a team in Saudi Arabia. A guy in Egypt's listening. He listens. Muhammad says, Paul, the way you have the date is a little ambiguous, not clear. Look at the way I have it in the top with all the numbers. We're not really sure what you mean because we do the dates different in Europe. Why don't you just make it more clear? I said, brilliant, Muhammad. Immediately made the change, updated the presentation. Now it's improved. This is 2-second lean. Continual improvement all the time, endlessly, seeing the opportunity to improve everything. Why can we do this? Because we can see waste. Most people in the world have no clue what waste really is. They think it's something that they're eliminating, but they have no idea it exists in everything we do. It's swirling around us like a tornado. It's the 8 deadly wastes. Once you understand overproduction, transportation, excess inventory, defects, overprocessing, wasted motion, wasted time, and wasted potential, your world will be transformed. Overproduction. Look at all this ticket from Delta. What a joke. I don't need half this information. They transport me through the airport. They stack me up in inventory. I get a defect because I missed my plane. I have a heart attack. They got to revive me. More over processing. Excess motion. More over processing. Big reader boards that cost tens of thousands of dollars. Information booth. All these things are done because people don't understand waste and the processes are not good. They keep adding more and more stuff. More motion. Standing in line. Waiting. Missing my plane. Another defect. Waiting. Wasted employee genius. This is not rocket science. It's a freaking airline ticket. Brought to you by paulakers.net. Go to paulakers.net. All the resources are free. You can get all my books. You can download them in almost 19 languages. And my new app, Lean Play, has all my books in audio format in 9 languages. Absolutely unbelievable and zero cost. Listen, learn, and become a lean thinker.